And we're live back here at the Smithfield and Hastings softball complex with Jake and I's final game of the day.
Field number one, man. This is where the magic happens. Field number one, the best field in this complex. I don't know why I think that, but it's just a fact, you know. But we have a great game coming up for you tonight as the Palmyra Panthers, the team we just saw, and as we just saw, just squared up for a bunt as Candace Danner squared up there and bunted that one foul. He's going to be going up against the Polk County Slammers. We saw the Slammers earlier today. Yeah. They lost. And we saw the Palmyra Panthers earlier today. They lost. We're in the losers bracket. I think that's what that would constitute, you know, when they both lose. But it's a good opportunity right here to get a dub right here. You know, they had a setback, but they have a great opportunity for a rebound here.
I love how earlier in the day was literally our last game, you know, but it was the sun was a lot higher in the sky when we started that game.
Yeah, you know, even if the sun is starting to come down, you know, for like, you know, the rest of the world standards, this is pretty decent.
No, it's really nice.
Good amount of sunlight at the time currently, so it's going to be a beautiful day of softball. You know, the sports teams are playing here today.
Sports teams. Woo.
Yeah. No. And that gun is going to be grounded to the first baseman, and an easy routine play there to start off this game. Already starting off well. You know, Polk County, they did have a pretty good start to their game, their previous game, you know, but it's just some execution issues and also giving up some big-time hits, you know, and some base running. You know, they had some malfunctions dealing with some of the base running techniques brought forth by the opposing team, and that's kind of what dug them into a hole. But, I mean, they got the bats going at some points. You know, that one rolls in, so just coming off the hand a little weird. But this Polk County team, you know, we didn't really see a lot from Palmyra, maybe a couple innings where they were shining a little bit, but that was against some of the reserve pitching of the team. But we really have seen some good play from this Polk County team. So I'm excited. You know, maybe we see something from Palmyra that we didn't get to see because they got into a hole so quickly. It's going to be an interesting matchup. And really, I'm excited.
Yeah, most definitely. It's going to be a good game. And I was going to say, with the sun going down a little bit, we got some cloud coverage here. Still a nice, really nice, beautiful day. It's actually better there for those outfielders. You know,
yeah,
not dealing with the sun, and the temperature's cooling off a little bit. It's not so hot out there. It's honestly a really beautiful Nebraska evening. You got some nice pink and blue colors in the sky here. It's really beautiful.
Yeah. You know, you hit the nail on the head right there. You know, these outfielders, they're in heaven right now. They're going to be able to get whatever they want. They're going to be able to track the ball, and you're going to see a lot more consistent outfield play, which for the competitive integrity of the game, that's something you always like to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
As that ball's fouled off, 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out here. The second batter here for the Palmyra Panthers. Number 17, Mackenzie Ansbach. Just looking really to just start off her team. You know, last time they did get that run early, but they really never were able to build momentum. So if early in this game they're able to do something.
Going to go ahead and say this, the Palmyra Panthers definitely have my favorite jersey so far today. That's just a beautiful jersey.
Yeah, you know, the blue. You know, any baseball team with the blue kind of reminds me of the Cubs jerseys, you know.
Yeah.
A little bit on that side. As that ball is hit, swung over, but a good tag to complete the strikeout there. So now with 2 Don. Big opportunity here for the 3-hole batter. Right here, you know, if you can start off your game with a quick 3-0, I mean, you're always going to take that, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially when you ran into some troubles late, but this one might be trouble. Some good movement by the right fielder, and we hit, and exactly what we said, there's going to be some good outfield play, and it showed up right there. No runs, no hits, no errors, no people left on, and it's 0-0. We'll be right back for the start of the bottom of the first. back here live for the bottom of the first. Polk County, the Slammers, looking for their opportunity here. As this ball is hit down to third base line, gonna go foul before it gets past the third base. So decent contact there. One ball, one strike, your count. As we really get into the nitty gritty of this game, the softball nitty gritty.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is right here. This is where you have to get done. You don't want to lose again now in the losers bracket. You want to get your W. You want to keep going strong.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and we know that both of these teams have the ability to do that. I mean,
yeah.
The Palmyra Panthers made a little bit of a comeback, and we've seen the Polk County Slammers perform multiple times here before across a couple different tournaments. Today's the first day we've ever seen the Panthers, but there's a great snag out of the air by the second baseman.
That's a good play right there. And, you know, the thing with these Palmyra Panthers is, you know, you have to understand what kind of a mental damage, you know, giving up like 8 runs in an inning does. You know, it's hard to stay with it, and obviously when you're really far behind, it's
yeah, most definitely, and maybe that's the thing. Maybe they're just a little bit slow starters. We saw them starting to heat up there towards the end of their game. It just wasn't enough. Too little, too late.
And if there's ever something slow starters love, it's more time to prepare. You know, that's what they got.
Yeah.
You know, and it's unfortunate they lost, but they have a good opportunity here. Same thing with Polk County, though. They lost that game, but I can realistically see them having a big run as this ball's popped up to the shortstop easily. Caught there, and the shortstop going to get the second out of the inning. Upstairs for ball number 1. This pitch hit back to the shortstop. We'll make a good throw, and we'll get them out of this inning. So with that, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on, and it's still 0-0 as we go into the top of the second inning.
get
foul.
Yeah, and as you get two really defensively based teams, that's what you get here. You see back and forth, a lot of 4 or 5 pitches an inning, and that's about it. Can move really fast here. We haven't seen the 7th inning yet today, except for when we went one game of extra innings. It originally ended in the 6th, but we ended up going to 8 in extra innings. But we haven't naturally seen the 7th inning yet today.
You know, with the pace this game's going, this might be our best shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, one inning, that doesn't tell the narrative of a game. We still got a lot of softball left to be played as we got an 0-2 count here. Big pickup here if the Polk County Slammers, if they can pick something up here, maybe a strikeout. That ball is going to be fouled. Yeah, now as we continue with the second 0-2 pitch. Runner at first base. Got on there with that infield single. That one's going to be popped straight up. Might be trouble. Center fielder on the move and making it count.
That was a good catch there. You see they're not struggling with those moving catches as much because that sun's not in their eyes. It's a lot easier to deal with those big old pop flies way out there in the outfield.
Yeah, the center fielder really doing well so far. Had a couple of those on the move. Able to track the ball well. And that's, always a great thing to have as a center fielder and any fielder. Just having good awareness, able to put a couple down and really put themselves in a good spot here. That ball's bunted straight up. Didn't have much of a play there, but be the foul ball. Really trying to do their best to advance this runner to second base. Inside swung on. Pass ball. They're going to throw down, but not in time. Good recovery to get at least have a shot there. But it was a pretty decent jump on the pass ball. Usually if it's struggled to be blocked there and not really fielded clean, you're usually going to have a good shot, but made it close. That's all you can ask for. Swung on, and that will be strike number 3. So 2 outs currently. It's Palmyra looking to add their first run.
Yeah, I mean, anyone looking to add their first run here in this game. It's been scoreless here through the first, and we're in the top of the second here. Got 2 outs, and it's scoreless too, but you got that runner there on second.
Yeah, been the best opportunity so far for both these teams. That ball's going to miss for ball number 1. Just high for ball number 2.
Yeah, getting a quick 2-0 count up here.
Swung on and missed. 2-1.
That'll be fouled off. Yeah, going to even up the count at 2 here.
So now the 2-2 pitch, 2 outs. Important pitch right here. If you can get out with runners in scoring position, really set yourself up for success. Going into the second could be huge. Ball just going to land high.
So we're going to have a full count here. 3-2. Pretty important pitch. You got that runner in scoring position and looking to get the first run of the game and take that early lead here in the top of the second.
And strike number 3, and they're out of this inning. So with one person stranded, it is still 0-0 as we go into the bottom of the second. back a little delayed. Had some technical difficulties occur, but we're back live better than ever. You might have caught the tail end of that play. Our cameras were having a hard time switching there. Technology, having a hard time holding up after a couple-hour days. Used a pop fly to the first baseman, and now a ground out to the shortstop. So really quick 2 outs.
Yeah, you see a 12-hour day. It's pretty hard on the not only on the people but the equipment too.
The equipment is started to fail a little bit, but we're back in action.
We actually had our other camera, not the one you're looking at now, but the one behind the umpire and the catcher. I think they're gonna switch over to it right now. Yeah, that one that you're looking at right now got taken out actually in an earlier game.
That was a brutal hit towards that camera.
Foul ball smacked the fence.
We're lucky that was a bunt. It still had some heat to it, but if that was a foul tip,
that would have been pretty bad.
Yeah, we might be talking some damages here at the Central Nebraska Streaming.
Yeah, we're lucky we're not out of camera today.
Yeah, so 2 balls, no strikes with 2 outs already.
Good batters count here. Let's see if Polk County can do something with it. Couldn't do much here in the first inning, but that can all change. 1 inning can change a lot. You can go from 0 runs to 6 runs just like that. We can go from 0 runs to 8 runs. We've seen that too. I mean, this game looks like it's going to be a really good defensive game here, but they're probably going to make me eat my words later on that because whenever we say that, they put up about 13 by the end of it. So.
Outside for another ball. That one's hit through, and a solid one right there. Getting on base as now we're getting some base runners with 2 outs. Maybe a slight 2-out rally upcoming.
Yeah, that could be pretty big here. 1 run can definitely be the difference in games like these. We've seen it before. We can see it again, Yeah, and that one looked like he's going to go foul here, so have a count of 0-1 here. Low-scoring game like this where the innings are long, taking up time, burning that time, that precious time that we got here. I'm expecting to see some aggressive offense. I'm expecting to see some stolen bases here. There goes the pitch, and that one's going to be a little bit wide there, so it's going to even the count up at 1 here. Got 2 outs. You got 1 runner in scoring position. Good stolen base, and you could easily have 2 runners in scoring position here. So let's see what the Polk County Slammers can do here with this one. Here goes the 1-1 pitch, and that one's going to fly a bit too far on the inside to make our count 2-1 here. Seeing some good pitching here from both sides, and that's what you like to see. Good old
keeping it consistent. This is do or die right here. You need to get this W any way you can. You're throwing the best people. Force out at third, and that will end the inning, so a good defensive stop right there. Still 0-0 as we go to the bottom of the second. in for strike number 1.
Yeah, as we said in the last game, we had some really good consistent pitching here from both sides, and it's a really great thing to see. We haven't seen that in a while. You know,
Yeah,
our past couple pitchers have been pretty wild, a bit all over the place. Not bad pitchers, but just all over the place at points in time.
yeah, when you got consistency, you know the aces are probably coming out here. But you know, after a lot of walking, it is pretty refreshing to see some just lights out pitching.
Yeah, we had a pitcher walk like 4, I think it was, in 1 inning, so that was
Yeah.
pretty rough here.
You know, it's really tough on the team here. So just to come back and get a strikeout right away, I mean, that's just a dream scenario. So 1 down already.
Yeah, it's great position here if you're the Polk County Slammers, just shutting them down before they get a chance to start up. It's about the best thing you can do here if you wanna get on top.
First pitch in there for strike number 1.
Yeah, talk about some consistent pitching here.
This pitch just outside.
There goes the pitch. That one's going to be fouled off there. So we're going to have a count of 1 and 2 here. Let's see what we can do here with the old 1-2 pitch. There goes the old 1-2.
Fouled off yet again.
Yeah. Keep the count at 1-2.
Knocks into the vehicle down there. Just slightly misses, you know. Still 1 more game left on this field tonight, so you know, a lot of baseball or a lot of softball still yet to be played here. And if you're tuning into Central Nebraska streaming, we still got plenty of great games on Saturday and even on Championship Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, if you're checking in looking for the Broken Bow Spirit game, they'll be up next. I realize that we might have some people checking in for games that definitely aren't the Polk County game. I was going to bounce off the crow's nest there, foul out, but
Got a double bouncer.
yeah, so if you're checking in for the Broken Bow game, don't worry. That game will be up next, and it'll be the last game here on the field. But right now, we're going to enjoy this game. Great game here between the Polk County Slammers and the Palmyra Panthers.
Two-two pitch. Swung on and hit towards center field. That one's going to drop for a single. So with 1 out, getting the single on, getting some base runners. Momentarily squares around, but pulls back just in time. And with the pass ball, it'll advance the runner. Low for ball number 2. Low again. 3 balls, no strikes. We'll take that one on the 3-0 and we'll advance to first right there. So just like that, Palmyra showing up right now as the catcher comes in. Just meet with the pitcher, get on the same page.
Yeah, definitely getting into better positioning here if you're the Palmyra Panthers here, getting some runners on base here. And you only got that 1 out, so
Yeah,
you definitely do some damage from here.
Opportunity right here, you know, especially in a game like this. It's still 0-0. Maybe chipping away a run. It's game changing. taken strike one. Swung on back to the pitcher. We'll get the force out at third base. Possibility at first, but is going to be safe pretty handedly.
Yeah, I didn't quite get it there in time, but
So 2 down now. Runner still at first and second. Swung on, hit foul. So with the count 0-1. Be a huge opportunity right here for the Slammers to get out of this inning. Anytime you have runners in scoring position is obviously not ideal, but especially in a game like this, if you can just get good ground ball, make a play.
yeah,
Super
absolutely.
important. That one's going to get in there for strike number 2, so an opportunity right here to get a strikeout. Right there, strike 3, and there's the strike to end the inning with that. Couple of people left on base, and that'll do it for us in the top of the third. We'll be right back for the bottom of the third. Back here live for the bottom of the third. First pitch ball. Second pitch swung on for strike number 1. Swung on again, so 2 strikes already. As Palmyra starting off strong here. Swung on in strike number 3, a strikeout to start this inning.
Yeah, that's a great way to start the inning here for the Palmyra Panthers. Get a good quick strikeout, keep this game at goose eggs here. Big ol' 0. Real quick, I'm gonna see if I can get a check on our unofficial game clock here. See about how much time we've burnt through these 3 innings here. So we got about 53 minutes of this game left, so a little over a half an hour through.
Ball hit to the shortstop, able to beat the throw. So quick infield single there. Get a runner at first.
That one's
on
gonna
foul.
go. Yeah, go foul. That one looked like it could have been a little close there, but it's going to be called a ball here. So even up the count at 1 here. Still got that runner on first there. Really don't want to leave anyone stranded here. Let's bring them on home here. Get a point up on the board for either team here. It'd
Ball's
be really
crushed,
important.
but foul.
Yeah,
Well struck.
that would have straightened out. That ball would have been out of here. Would have had some zip on it.
This ball hit to the shortstop. Well, good scoop right there to keep it in front of her, and she gets the force out at second. So 2 down. First pitch ball. Strike 1 now.
Yeah, you got 2 outs here. You still got that runner stranded on first. See if Polk County can do something with that.
Inside for ball number 3.
Yeah, count's going to be 3-1 here.
Swung on to third.
And the forced out is second there. So that's going to be out number 3, and we're going to retire sides, and we'll be right back here. We are CNS Sports.
We're back here live for the start of the 4th inning. CNS right now, bringing you the coverage. The Palmyra Panthers versus the Polk County Slammers.
Yeah, so in the top of the 4th here, and as you look across the board, all you see are a bunch of goose eggs here, all zeros here. Top of the 4th, counts 1-0, 0 outs, no one on bases. Let's see if the Panthers can do anything here. It's definitely a time to strike here.
Yeah, any opportunity you got here. I mean, someone's going to jump out eventually, so why not be the first? You know?
Yeah, I know we got the Panthers here, but what I'm looking to see is the eye of the tiger. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Takes a couple. I mean, just a couple swings of the bat is really what's going to separate these two teams.
Yeah.
That's a well placed pitch.
Yeah, count's gonna be 1-2 here. See the old 1-2 pitch. See what Polk County can do with it. Both these teams have got really good, consistent pitchers, as we've talked about. So. There goes the 1-2.
And
Now it's gonna be
strike
strike
three.
hot.
Oh, wow. This pitcher duel is getting more and more intense by the moment. My God.
Yeah, no kidding. I feel like one run's going to win it all here. I'm going to be completely honest.
If this is the game that one run's going to win it all, it's going to be this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
By far. One out so far. That one's going to bounce in for ball number one. Strike one.
Strike one's always the big one. Starts that chain reaction there.
Yeah, I feel like strike two's a little better, though.
Yeah, probably.
The grand scheme of things, probably looking for two, a little more than one. But now as we go to a 1-1 count with one out. Polk City Slammers are really taking it to them so far.
Yeah,
Even though they haven't scored it, they're doing a good job at hanging on, and sometimes that's all you need.
The thing is, when we say really taking it to them, all we mean is keeping that score at 0. I mean, both these teams are amazing defensively. Probably the best defensive matchup we have seen all day.
Yeah, and pitching as well. Everything's proficient. These guys aren't amateurs. They got beat, but they got beat by
really good teams.
Yeah,
Every
legit.
team here is solid, and there's going to be a walk. I think the first one of the game. It's going to be pretty rare here, but I expect to see the Polk County Slammers pitcher here just pick it up and get right back in her groove. And
yeah, no pain, no gain, nothing hurt there.
Honestly, if this was a strikeout, 3 up, 3 pitches, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah. The word not to describe these people are streaky. These guys are able to reset their focus as we square for a bunt. And I don't know if they said yeah. So regardless on if she got the tag there or not, that's on a foul ball, so she's good. So now with one strike on the board. Swung on and missed, so 0-2 now. In a hole.
Yeah, 0-2, definitely pretty good feeling here if you're the Polk County Slammers.
Yeah, what did you say earlier? You wouldn't be surprised if it's a
Yeah,
1-2-3?
absolutely.
Not quite, though.
Not quite, but still a strikeout here.
Yeah, but, being able to mentally reset is something that, you see it's like, oh, yeah, just aim better.
Yeah.
It's not how it works, man.
Not at all how it works.
You have to be a mentally tough player in order to come back from a walk and really make something happen. Not quite a 1-2-3, but it is a strikeout.
Yeah, I did call a strikeout there, but not quite the 1-2-3, but I still got the strikeout there. So, and that's the thing. This game is a lot more mental than it is physical. I mean, you definitely gotta have the physical prowess to do it, but if you're not in it mentally, then it's not going to matter how good you are. You could be the best player in the world, and if your head isn't in the game, then you're not winning the game.
Yeah, it's 100% commitment from every single player there out on the field. You're not getting too much action in the outfield, but when you are going to get it, it's going to be extremely important because every single time that you get an opportunity, that means that it's a chance for extra bases. So selling out every single play,
yeah,
what you got to be doing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch comes in, and there's the second one. Swung it on and missed.
There's a swing, but that one looks like it's going to be fouled out.
But it's
got
going to
a
be
nice
caught.
snag there, yeah.
Yeah, what a great way to end the inning. Well tracked by the third baseman, and she makes it happen. So with that, we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. We'll be right back. We are CNS.
All right, and here we are. We are live back with the bottom of the fourth. Still a big old 0-0 as the the Palmyra Panthers here back up to bat. Both these teams amazing, absolutely amazing defensively. The pitching's been really solid and consistent, but that
One's
one's
smacked. That might be
cracked.
trouble. Oh, and he burned the left fielder. That's an easy stand-up double. No sweat's even broken.
That's probably the best hit we've seen in the day. Best, yeah. I mean, stand-up double like that in a game like this.
Yeah, I mean, those are. I mean, I don't.
Might see those outfielders back up just a little bit after that one.
Yeah, but right now you're just opening yourself up to a lot with no outs. I mean, good bunt down the first baseline. We'll pull back on that one. That's a strike, though. I think if you're trying to get that down first, they're throwing it outside. You might be able to walk into it, but pulls back. You know, it is a borderline pitch there, so
yeah, absolutely.
took that one there. Swings and gets through the second baseman's legs, and that might score the first run of the night. So a huge play right there, just putting the ball in play, an opposite field ground ball. It's always going to advance the runners, and especially if an error like that happens, the first run on the board for the Slammers.
First run on the board for the whole game, and it's in the bottom of the fourth. I mean,
1-0. You know, in soccer, that's a blowout.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 1-0 right away, and that one's way inside.
We're well over halfway through this game now. I don't know what the time is exactly here on our unofficial game clock, but it's safe to say that we're over halfway through this game because last time we were checked, we were at 53 minutes. So.
Yeah, still a lot of game left to be played. If you're Palmyra here, hey, you're not even close to out of it. Let's be 110% real right now. You gotta continue to do well this inning. You gotta get some outs. Gotta make some plays. That ball is absolutely crushed, but it's gonna go foul.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
You know, right now, the pitching staff right now for Palmyra, it's velocity-wise, it's not as hard as we've been seeing. It's like it's comparable to batting practice fastballs, but that sometimes throws off timing when you're used to a lot of these people throwing literal gas. If you were watching the Blue Jays earlier, you saw some of those pitches, but if they do get their timing on, just those batting practice fastballs, that's the thing they practice every single time at practice, and that's where you can see some balls go yard today. And definitely with some of the hitters here, I can definitely see that. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, we haven't seen a home run yet today. I mean, I bet we see one by the end of the tournament there, but you're going to walk your batter there, so you're going to have two runners on base here. You're going to have one at first and second here, so you get one in scoring position here with 0 outs. You already got that one run, so if you're the Polk County Slammers here, you're pretty happy with the position that you have.
Just off the glove, but right into the glove of the second baseman. They get the force out at second. Yeah, no, that was a beautiful catch there. To
get that forced out a second there. So that's going to be, yeah, that's going to be a first out there for the Polk County Slammers. That's doing really good here with the position that they got.
Squares the bunt, obviously, to on the take there because they want to advance the runner. So show the bunt, but now with one strike. Palmyra looking to stay in this game. Limit it to one, just how well Palmyra has been pitching. One run's really difficult to get through, and that's going to go past the third baseman. That's one run. They'll stick there, but good heads-up base running to make that two.
Yeah, absolutely. Now you got two runners in scoring position here,
And
second and third. That's great here. When you only got that one out, you can definitely do something with that.
yeah, and that's just good heads-up base running because you know if the left fielder does throw it to second, the runner at third is just going to go home. So realizes she's in a pickle and just decides, all right, I'm just going to run this back in. Correct play there. This ball hit to the shortstop.
That'll load the bases there, actually.
You know, I think they could have. She looked the runner back. She had no secondary lead. That ball could have went to first. I think that was just a lapse there. You know, the runner doesn't have any distance from the bag. He could have thrown and really just set up for the play at home. It would not be smart to go even after the throw there. So just a lapse right there, and that might be a big problem as now the bases are loaded with one out.
Yeah, and bases loaded, one out. That's about the best position you could ask for here. I mean, obviously no outs would be perfect, but this isn't bad either.
Yeah.
If you're Polk County, you're really happy with how this has turned out.
And that one will go foul, thankfully, because, you know, when you're trying to get that squeeze in to get the runner home on from third base, you know, you want to get that down first base line and not right in front of the plate because something like that could happen. But thankfully, that one went foul. But with two strikes, going to be looking for the green light to hit.
Yeah, absolutely, you are. That one's going to be way high there. It's going to even the count up at 2 here for us. That one's going to be high as well. So we're going to have a full count here, 3-2. You got bases loaded here and one out. If you're Polk County, you're looking to put this away, put up a couple more runs here. It'd definitely be a really good help, some insurance here for your pitcher.
Swung on and missed for the strikeout.
That'll be out number 2, so base is still going to be loaded. 2 outs. Maybe a 2-out rally. I mean, kind of already saw a 0-out rally a little bit, but it's not as fun.
Yeah, when the stakes are on the line with 2 outs, always adds to the intensity. But now with 2 outs and bases jacked, really good opportunity to become a hero right now.
Yeah,
really establish a lead.
Base has been hitting the gym, getting jacked, and that one looks like it's maybe just a little bit outside there for ball 1. Have a 1-0 count here. That one's going to be a little bit low for a 2-0 count here. Still got those bases absolutely loaded like a baked potato here. Let's see what Polk County can do with it.
The Slammers, can they slam one in to try to get 2 in? I mean, two extra runs is basically probably the best insurance policy you could ever get at this point.
It's better
that one's going to be upstairs.
It's better than the State Farm Platinum policy, tell you what.
Yeah, the triple platinum policy got nothing on the extra 2 runs, the hypothetical 2 runs that they could possibly get here, a 3-0 count. This is your zone right here, but that one's going to be way low, and way low is going to end up costing them a run.
Yeah, definitely not what you want to see if you're Palmyra. They're kind of getting in that negative rut that they got in the last game. You know, they started getting down by some runs, and it seems to really get in their head, which is something that you need to work on. If you're, I mean, the coach can't so much control that, but the team definitely needs to. That when you're down, that doesn't mean you're out. You know, don't get too down on yourself. Don't get too hard on yourself. You can still definitely come back from this. It's 3 runs here. But you're not going to come back from it if you keep making mistakes. But there was a good pitch trying to get back in the groove, so it's going to have an 0-1 count here. Still got 2 outs here. Got bases loaded here. First scoring inning of the game, and that one's going to be wide for a ball. Polk County has put up 3 in the bottom of the 4th here. You know, Jake, what did we say? Where go completely scoreless through 3, and then they seem to put up 4, 5, or 6 in the 4th. It's happened just about every game we had today. Not all of them, but just about all of them.
So that field 1 magic.
Yeah, we're calling that like the 3-inning curse, aren't we? Something like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a curse or a blessing depending on what team you're on, you know. This ball is going to be ripped. That one going to stay fair. That's off the fence. Not quite a homer, but that's as close as you can get. It's going to be a double, but that was a well-struck double. And with the throwback, she's going to go for it. And she's going to get third base. What an incredible play right there.
She just got 3 runs across, too.
You know, if that fence has a little bit more less give to it, that ball's going over. So very, very close.
That was an amazing hit.
Yeah,
Do you realize that if they put up, I mean, it'd be pretty hard, but if they put up 4 more by the end of this, it ends the game automatically by mercy rule?
Yeah, good. Yeah, that was good talk there, Chad.
But doesn't look like they're going to get to there.
Yeah, that one will be popped up right there. That'll be the 3rd out, but hey, you can't complain with 6 runs. Yeah, anytime you put up 6 runs, that's a pretty good problem to have. So 6 runs put in. We'll be back for the start of the 5th. And we're back here live for the top of the 5th inning here as the Palmyra Panthers look to bounce back after a tough outing in the bottom of the 4th inning. You know, they gave up 6 runs. It was kind of a snowball effect, but what they need to do is just get something going because right now they're in pretty big danger. You know, next inning, if the Polk County Slammers end up scoring a couple runs and they shut them out here, that's a ball game.
Yeah. So as we said, at the bottom of at the end of the 4th, if one team is up by 10 runs, it's mercy rule. At the end of the 5th, if a team is up by 8 runs, it's mercy rule. So
yeah, we have like 28 minutes remaining, so time limit is not a factor right now. This game's going through pretty fast. So if Polk County really wants to save some pitching, what they need to do is they need to shut this one out here or at least limit the damage and score a couple runs, you know.
Which they've shown that they can definitely do, but
that ball gets right in there on the take for strike number 1.
Gonna have a 3-1 count here, definitely in the batter's favor.
And that's going to hit the ground. So ball 4, a walk to start off this inning.
Yeah, and if you're Paul Myra, that's what you like to see. You know, that's not a bad start.
Any way you can get on bases, you'll take it. That's,
Absolutely.
I mean, if this is a so it looks like a minor timeout on the field. We can't really see
Yeah,
the umpires. The roof's kind of blocking us here, but it looks like we're gonna get back in to the swing of things.
Yeah, sorry about that, folks. Don't really know exactly what's going on here, but we're getting right back into it. Just got confirmation we're in a severe thunderstorm watch until 3 in the morning. So
Yeah. So hopefully we can get the game after done, but only 3 in the morning, so should be good for tomorrow. Obviously, all Saturday we're gonna bring you some action here on CNS.
then Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Yeah,
Championship
yeah,
Sunday.
Championship Sunday. Can't be any less hyped for that. That is the most important thing. I'm so hyped for Championship Sunday. You know, it's just the teams we've seen played today. I mean, there's no question. There's going to be some absolute instant classics here in Hastings.
Yeah, I mean, there's 5 or 6 teams that I could honestly see winning this after what we've seen today. We've got a lot of good teams that are just absolutely here to play.
And that's only the ones we've seen on Field 1. You know, I haven't really ventured out. I've been up here in the press box too much, but I haven't really seen the other teams. But, I mean, if you just saw the quality of play that they were able to bring and just assume that, hey, there's probably at least one of those per field, I mean, we're going to see some incredible games.
Yeah, and don't forget that you can check out, we have a camera on Field 4 as well. We don't have any commentators over there, but you can watch the game over there if you want.
Yeah, we got it set up.
I don't know if there's a game going on at that field. Yep, there is. I think that's the last game of the night over there on that field. So if you want to check that out, you can.
Yeah, last game of the night up there. 2 more up here as we get a mound visit, and we'll take the break with them. We'll be right back. And so we're back. A pitching change in. You know, I think it's an intelligent decision right there. You know, you don't want to put yourself in any worse of a position. So just bringing in a new arm. You know that your previous pitcher still is good for tomorrow if you end up winning this game. But the biggest part of this is you have to win this game. That ball's going to be grounded to the shortstop. No play made. You know, those ones with hops, you got to make that play, or else, you know, with the distances here, realistically, you're not going to be able to make a play unless you're throwing you're Addrolls Chapman out here.
Yeah, and so
throwing 105 from shortstop. So
what we got now is we got bases loaded, zeros out. If you're the Palmyra Panthers, you're sitting pretty here. You're feeling pretty good about yourself. That one's gonna go foul over there, bounce off the sidewalk.
All right, so 0-2. I mean, with bases loaded, 1 out, the best thing you can do right now is get a quick strikeout. Put
Yeah,
yourself in a good
absolutely.
position right here. 0-2, that's a good way to do it. That one's going to be hit to the first baseman, and they'll give up the run, but get the out in return. Strike one.
Big strike.
This ball's lined, and what a play by the second baseman. Huge play. Catching the line drive, holding the runners at second and third. No runs scored, and now with 2 outs, a chance to get out of this inning with only 1 run batted in, and when it was bases loaded with no outs, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. If you had bases loaded with 0 outs and you end up only giving 1 run in that whole ordeal, that's pretty good.
Yeah, can't complain with that, but you still got to get this out right here. This is going to be a difficult one.
Yeah, this one is difficult.
Double zero the 4-hole batter.
Yeah, I know she's got some power in her swing.
As you saw, lift off. That one's going to be a gapper, and that's going to be at least 2 runs. So a good inning right here as they're able to put up 3 so far. Right down the pipe for strike number 1.
Yeah, seem to be starting off with a lot of strike ones and then ending up with a lot of home runs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Palmyra doing a really good job at feeling out the pitcher on that first one, taking a strike and then hitting the ball just like they did there. But it looks like they're going to get the out at second, and that's going to be it here. So we're going to retire the sides, and we'll be right back with the bottom of the 5th. We are CNS.
Yeah, we're back here live, bottom of the 5th inning. So a big inning right here. If Polk County is able to score
5 runs.
Yeah, 5 runs is what's going to take after that big 3-run rally there by Palmyra. They can end the game here, but if not, we're going to continue to play baseball. And after a 3-run inning, who knows what we could see from this Palmyra team as a great catch there by the second baseman.
Yeah, I mean, let's see what Polk County can do. I mean, we know that they're not above putting 5 up in an inning, obviously, but got a quick out here and a 1-0 count, so
This ball is absolutely decimated just out of the third baseman's glove. So stand-up single. First pitch goes in for a ball. This ball is chopped to the third baseman. The throw is way over the head of the first baseman, and that's a very costly mistake down here in Hastings, Nebraska, in the softball complex. She's going to get all the way to third base, all the way around. The most unconventional way to get all around the bases. A cup of errors is what leads her to, I guess you can call it a home run.
I guess so.
It wasn't really a hit of any sort, but she got some good exercise there, getting around the bases there, and it's just a tough play from the third base. It's a long throw, but just tough.
Polk County now needs 3 more to end this game automatically by a mercy roll.
This ball is hit high and deep. Gonna be a tough play out of the glove of the third baseman. This is 0-1 count. Just a bit outside.
Yeah, just a little bit. Don't know what happened there with that pitch. Honestly, it looked like the pitcher maybe got just a tad bit lazy. I don't know if something different happened, but it looked like.
This time right on it, and it's going to get the second out of the inning. Two outs now. This one's to the first baseman, and now it'll be 3 down. So 8-3 is your score as we head into the 6th. And we're back here live, Hastings, Nebraska, for this 2021 USA Softball State Tournament Class C. As we got a pretty competitive game so far, even though it's 8-3, it's overall been pretty close. And there's a good leadoff single there. First pitch, drives it through the shortstop and third base, and that's a good way to start. If you're ever going to come back, base runners is your key, and just teeing off on the first pitch, nothing less nothing more you want from your leadoff batter.
Yeah, absolutely. Great play there by the Palmyra Panthers there. Looking to pounce here in the top of the 6th. It's been a good game here, but you're down by 5, so got to get to work here. I'm not quite sure how much time we have left on our unofficial game clock, but I could very well see this being the last inning. 12 minutes is what I hear, so yeah, we could very well see this being the last inning.
Strike 3 and a strike to get the first of the inning.
Yeah, it's a big there. I mean, that's pretty important here if you're Polk County Slammers here.
Yeah, now double play balls are really in effect now.
Oh, absolutely.
You can get out of this inning without anything. That would be incredible. That one's going to hit the inside corner for strike 1.
Yeah, it was really well placed pitch there. And that's what you like to see. As we've said, we got a lot of consistency here out of these pitchers, although we did have to have a pitcher change with Polk County after she walked 1 or 2, you know.
Yeah, and you know, that was in my opinion, a good move by the manager there as that one sneaks by for a single. Oh, and through the legs of the right fielder, that changes the entire narrative of that play right there. That's going to score a run and get another runner to third base. So just like that, what seems like just a normal single now puts you in a way different position here.
Yeah, no, that's a really important play there.
Yeah, it's just, you know, sometimes in these long games, you know, just sometimes a lapse of focus can just get to you, and that's what happens. You know, it happens to everybody, and it's a unfortunate situation here for Polk County, but they're still up 4. They still are in a pretty decent position with 1 out here. Still a runner on third.
That one will be a ball there. Have that 1-0 count. You only got 1 out there. You got that runner on third, scored a run, so not doing too bad. You know, really good position here. Still got to get to work. Got a lot more work to do, but
this ball is hit to the first baseman, but nobody's covering. It's just another poor error there. I mean, just didn't quite know who was doing what there, and it's just a tough situation there.
Yeah, if you're the first baseman, though, you got to know when you got someone heading toward your base, you got to have a foot on base.
They call it. Don't know if they decided to call her or not. She's not on the base, and it looks like they're going to go. So,
well,
I didn't quite. I mean, our vantage point's terrible from there, so we really couldn't see the play. But I mean, she's not there anymore. So I guess if we get a catch here, we'll know if she was called out. Yeah, going back in, so that was an out there. So the call was changed in a very close play, and that'll be 3 out there. So 1 run scored. We'll be back for the start of the bottom of the 6th. Hey, we're back into this game in the bottom of the sixth. 8-4 is your score currently. The first pitch goes in there for a strike.
Yeah, Polk County Slammers looking to put this one away, pick up their first win, but that's going to be fouled off in the backstop for an 0-2 count here.
So realistically, yeah, I mean, if they get done with this inning, this could be the first game we've seen actually go through regulation, not extended time into regulation.
Yeah.
I think we're
close.
We're
if
edging
it's
up,
fast,
yeah.
they could do it. Got a 2-2 count here. It's all evened up.
This ball is crushed. Is that going to get down? Oh, what a run. Oh, it's just off the glove. Trips off first base, so no extra bases, but good effort there by the center fielder.
Yeah, no, that could have been a great play there. I mean, just tripped up over the bag, and, you know, she, as far as she was concerned, she probably thought she was out there.
Yeah.
Center fielder was right on that ball, but it just went off the glove.
A lot of great, it was a good movement to get there in the first place.
Yeah, absolutely. Instead of quitting, you know, you'll see some of these players think they're out and they'll quit halfway towards the base, but you got to hustle and just get to your base. Got to run anyways, get that lactic acid out of your legs that's been building up. Jake is a cross-country runner. I'm sure you know all about that, keeping those legs warm.
Definitely. This one's up in the zone for ball number one.
Got the 2-1 count here.
Now 3-1.
Pretty important pitch here.
This ball is crushed. And that one's off the wall. One hops the fence.
One hop this time. Oh, and she's going all the way home.
Nobody covered third. That's just an excellent hit. You know,
It's a
as we
happy
get later
accident.
into this day, yeah, especially going back to back, you know, sometimes fatigue could be setting in.
Yeah, absolutely.
But she reaches third on that hit there. Upstairs for ball number one. This ball's chopped to the third baseman. That's off her glove. Are they going to call it foul?
Yeah,
they will
looks
call
like
it
they
foul.
are.
So that really close play there.
Gonna have a 2-1 count here. Still got 0 outs here. Got that runner on third.
Upstairs 3-1.
Now we want to see if you're Palmyra. You don't want those Don't want those runners in the corners there. Especially with 0 outs, you could create that throwdown situation where create the pickle between first and second. But going to get walked, so we are going to have those runners in the corners. And time is most definitely winding down here.
Courtesy runner come in. You know, there's some good strategy there. I'm sure the coach knows that they're inching in on time limit, so, you know, put a courtesy runner in.
Yeah.
Do whatever you can. Put some substitutions. Maybe get a pinch hitter. This ball's popped up. Easy tag-up opportunity here. Didn't get a good jump, though, but it doesn't matter. Run batted in.
Yeah, and that's your first out here. You got to remember that.
Yeah.
So 2 more and the game's over anyways by run rule, so. That one's going to be high and wide there. Ball 1.
Inside for ball 2.
Wide again for ball 3. Don't want to walk 2 in a row. Or no, that wouldn't be 2 in a row, but it'd be 2 in a
But that's going to be the game. They're going to call it there. So with that, it's going to be the Polk County Slammers putting it to them 10-4. That'll be our last game for the day, but there's still one more on this field, so be sure to keep tuned in. See you guys later.
Hastings, Nebraska. We've got the Bow Spirit against Chaos. Bow Spirit is the visitor team and is at bat first. Got Nikki Peters as the leadoff hitter there with a nice single to right field. Next up to bat for the Spirit, we've got Cassidy Saborn. With Chaos, we have Paige Moeller is their pitcher. Emma Kirby is the catcher, and we'll get to the rest of the team there as we kind of go through here. So, but right now we got one strike on Cassidy Saborn, so 0-1. Cassidy's kind of our speedster from the left-hand batter's box. She's I don't have any stats on her right now, but I'll try to get some stats as we go through here and get things going. So. But look for the Bow Spirit tonight to kind of jump out early if they can, get some good hits, and try to get this capped off so they can get back into the winning side, not so much winning side of the bracket, but get a good trend going here. Foul ball there on Cassidy. So we got 0-2 count. You've probably all been used to the previous announcers that we've had here. You're going to be a little bit boring tonight, so we'll try to spice it up a little bit as we go along. Definitely want to give those boys a shout out. Chad Schmidt and Jake Smallcombe doing a great job of announcing the games for us all day. They've been doing all the games today so far, and they need a little backup. They're ready to hit the bed or actually go get some dinner and then hit the bed. On the pass ball there, Nikki Peters moves over to second base. Good heads up running there on her part. Of course, the Spirit 18 and under are coached by Ryan Coleman, Mike Reverka. Got a drop third strike there. And Cassidy Saborn gets on first base with a drop third strike. So we got two runners on. Next up to bat, we have looks like we got Jocelyn Coleman coming up. We'll look for Cassidy to move over to second base real quick here on the next pitch. And we got another pass ball, brings in Nikki Peters. Jocelyn Coleman still batter's box, and we got Cassidy Saborn moves over to third base on the pass ball. Got a 1-0 count on Jocelyn. Hit a little blooper out to the pitcher, scores a runner. Jocelyn's out at first. Just like that, the Bow Spirit 18 and under up 2-0. That brings up Kennedy Garcia, the catcher, and she fouls one off to the right field. We'll try not to keep you guys too bored in between pitches here. Pitches out. Another ball. Got 1-1 count. Pitcher's taking signals from the coach and from the catcher. Comes the pitch, the windup. That's hit high up in the air. Good pop fly there. It's being fielded by the second baseman. And Cassidy's over to, or not Cassidy, but Kennedy Garcia's over to second base. The second baseman bobbled the ball there and dropped out of her glove, and Kennedy was able to move over to second base on that play. Next up to bat, we got Cameron Johnson, left fielder. Takes a strike there. First pitch. Garcia's just kind of waiting there, waiting for ball to be thrown back to the pitcher and looking for an opportunity to take off to third base. Cameron's back in the batter's box, waiting for the pitch. Comes the windup. Another strike. Swing and a miss. Got an 0-2 count. Look for Cameron to probably try to foul some off here if they're close and try to get a good hit. Got a ball. Low. So we got 1-2 count. Comes the pitch. Oof. Swing and a miss. Cameron strikes out for first at bat. We got 2 outs, 2 runs scored. Now we've got Delilah Griffiths up to bat. Tries to lay down a bunt, pops up, foul. Saw good movement by the corners there. First and third were moving in, ready to cover that bunt. They're going to have a challenge there with the speed of Griffiths. Goes to bunt again, lays it down a nice bunt, and she gets on at first, and runner advances from third, scores a run. So you got Delilah Griffiths on first base with a nice bunt. There was a error by the first baseman. She didn't catch the ball there, so now they're going to have a little conference on the mound, just with the players themselves, try to get the jitters out of the way and get everybody calmed down and hopefully on the same page for their sake here. Shortstop and pitcher having a nice chat there, and we're ready to get back going here with the pitcher stepping up on the pitcher's mound. Comes the windup. Pitch for ball there. Up to bat right now, we've got Kate Holcomb for the Bow Spirit. She's a designated hitter, pitcher, or player at this point. She's hitting for Maya Reverka. Delilah Griffiths moves over to second base on that ball there. Got a 2-0 count, 2 outs, 3 runs scored. Another ball by the pitcher, a 3-0. Look for Kate to be pretty picky on this pitch here. She's been playing ball for several years for Spirit and pretty good batter, so look for her to be a little picky. Nope, swing and a miss. Got a 3-1 count. Griffiths is back on second base there. She's going to seize any opportunity that she can to get over to third, get in a better scoring position. Another ball. Holcomb goes to first. Next up, we have Avery Campbell, third baseman. She's going to be looking for a nice single here to move some runners around. Swing and a miss. I don't know, 1-1 count. Runners move back to bases. It's pretty quiet up here in the booth right now. We've got all the crew is pretty much gone, except for maybe 3 or 4 guys here. Nice little blooper hit over to shortstop's head. Scores a run. Have Griffiths running in. Got Kate Holcomb at second, and Avery Campbell gets a nice single there to get an RBI and advance the runners. So next up, we have Ireland Rosefield, center fielder. Ninth batter in the order. Oop, that gets a foul ball there. Got an 0-1 count. Pitch was a little bit inside there. Ireland was jumping out of the way, so she didn't get hit. A 1-1 count. A little blooper over the short second baseman's head. Just stays. You've got a runner scoring. Kate Holcomb scores on a base hit. Avery Campbell moves to third base, and Ireland is on first base. So jumps up, the Spiritor jumped up 5-0 right now. Got a nice 2-out rally going on. Back up to the top of the lineup with Nikki Peters. Got a strike on that first pitch. Good take there to allow the runner to advance to second base. Got two runners in scoring position. Ball on the pitch there. Avery Campbell comes running into third or home plate, slides, makes it safe. Got Ireland moved over to third base. So another runner in scoring position there for Nikki Peters. A lot of good base running, a lot of heads-up plays. Been a lot of pass balls by the Chaos so far, and just really, really hurting them at this point. Got a 1-1 count on Nikki. Steps out of the box just for a second, waiting on the umpire. Pitcher steps on the mound. Got a wind-up. Nikki hits the ball to the right field. Just going to be foul there. Getting around pretty early on that ball there. So be a little more patient up there, and they can probably get some of those balls going out to right center or left center and get another run scored here. Oh, ball was hit. Nikki hit the ball right at the first baseman. Made an easy catch over there for the third out. So we're at the top of the inning, and Broken Bow is up 6-0. We'll be back with you here for this bottom half of the inning. second half of the first inning. We got up for the Chaos, Emma Kirby. She's a shortstop, leading off. We got Maya Reverka on the mound, and looks like we have Jocelyn Coleman is actually your catcher this inning. So. Instead of Kennedy Garcia. Ball's hit to deep right and missed by the right fielder. Throws the ball into second base. Shortstop's there, the pitcher's there to stop it. Ended up with a nice little double there off that play, and right fielder again missed that ball out there. So that'd be Griffiths out there. Looks like we're going to have a substitution here for catcher, Emma Kirby. Sorry, I actually said that she was in shortstop. Her number is 6 and position is 2. So got a courtesy runner for the catcher here. Waiting on some discussion here from the coach with one of the batter, and the umpires were getting everything written down in his book so that that runner is now tied to that catcher. So if she ever comes into the game, she'll actually have to go again for the catcher as opposed to any other player in the lineup. So. Next up to bat here is Katie Reed. She's our shortstop for Chaos, and right now they got a runner on second. Jocelyn there, Coleman back there catching. She's been one of the fixtures back there. Her and Kennedy Garcia, and we've had a couple other catchers there. Cameron Johnson's been there, but definitely on this 18 and under team. A little bit of a wild pitch there. Jocelyn takes the ball off the backstop and holds the runner at third. So the Chaos have a runner in scoring position. Look for the Maya Reverka to definitely settle down a little bit here. And her batter tries to lay down a bunt, goes foul in the right batter or left-hand batter's box. Got a 2-1 count. Maya's up to wind up. Batter tries to bunt again. Gets another strike on her, so we got a 2-2 count. Pretty good position here for Maya and the Bow Spirit. Got a foul tip there, so 2-2 count. Just so you know, this game was started a lot later than what it should have been. We had a couple games that go a little bit longer here. And we had another ball thrown there for a 3-2 count now. It didn't look like there needed to be too much change on that pitch to get a strike. So look for Reverka to come back at this batter here. Back to Reed. The runner gets walked. She's going to second base. And a little indifference by the Spirit there. There's runner on third. They're not going to go. They're not going to fall for that attempt to go after the runner running to second. Then you get the runner on third coming home. Foul ball there on first pitch for Jansen. She's the center fielder there. All right, we got a 1-1 count here. Runner on first and second. Definitely trying to Get some runs scored here for Chaos. Nice pitch there by Maya. Umpire definitely didn't like it. Got a 2-1 count. Ball fouled off to the right. Got a 2-2 count. Comes Reverka with the windup. Batter swings, hits the second base, gets to go to first, get the out at first. Attempt to get the runner out, running from second to third. Ball was bobbled just a bit by Campbell. Runner ends up safe at third. It's definitely a good attempt there by those girls, Coleman and Campbell. Good heads-up play. All right, next in the lineup here we have looks like we have Paige Mahler. It's definitely tough to see their numbers on the back of their uniforms, but try to pick off attempt to the runner on third. Good throw by Coleman to Campbell. Fielded well by Campbell, and runner was back on the bag, so she's safe. Comes a pitch by Reverka for the 1-1 count. For a ball, 2-1. It's called strike there. Strike looking. 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Sets the runner down. Got 2 outs now. 1 run scored. So it's 6-1. Bottom of the first. Next batter is Vance, left fielder. Took the first pitch and called strike by the umpire. 0-1. Ball's hit out to center field. Mishandled by the center fielder. By Bo Spirit, center fielder. Runner makes it first, and runner scores. Next at bat is Grace Tacha. I'll probably butcher that name there. I apologize to any of her family that's listening. 0-1 pitch. Oh, ball was thrown from the catcher to first base. A little bit of an overthrow, mishandle by the first baseman. Runner was able to get back to first base, so she's safe, and Spirit kind of gathered the ball and get everything back under control. Runner still on first. Got an 0-2 count. An 0-3 sets her down for the third out. Nice pitch by Reverka right up the gut there. We'll be back after this on CNS live stream. We've got a few ads here. Sports Network for the first pitch to Cassidy Sporn. First strike. Second hitter of the lineup for Bo Spirit. Again, the score 6-2 after 1 inning. Cassidy gets a good hit off to shortstop. Makes it on first base. It beat the throw to first base there, so she's safe on first. Got a runner on. Next up is Jocelyn Coleman. Again, she switched over to the catcher. They moved her around. There must have been something they saw before the game started that they needed to move her over to catcher and put balls hit. First on the first pitch. Nice hit right up the gut. Got Cassidy Sporn going to third. Oh, a little bit of obstruction there. Jocelyn Coleman's on second. Umpires are having a little discussion over there with third base, and cleaning off the base now. There's a lot of dirt there. Pile up with that pile up. Cassidy looks like she's ready to go. So we got 2 runners on, no outs, and we've got Kennedy Garcia up to bat. Again, she's playing shortstop tonight. First pitch is a ball. Next up in the order is Cameron Johnson. Ball inside, 2-0 count. Kennedy Garcia hits a nice ball out to the fence, and she's going to score 2 and get a double out of that nice, well-hit ball there. On a 2-0 count. Again, we've got Cameron Johnson on deck, or up to bat here. Delilah Griffiths is on deck. I don't see any substitutions being made at this point in the game, so definitely this is the second time through that these batters have seen this pitcher, so usually you're going to see a little better hits and attempts here by the batters. Ball moves, pass ball moves the runner over to third. So we got Garcia in great scoring position on third base with Cameron Johnson with a 1-0 count at this point. Comes the windup. Pitch was a little bit high and inside. Got a 2-0 count. Swing and a miss. Got 2 balls and 1 strike on Johnson at this point. Johnson fouls the ball off there, so we got 2-2. Swing and a miss. Johnson goes down swinging for the first out of this inning. Next up, like I said, we got Delilah Griffiths. Lefty here. Look for her again with her speed to possibly lay down a bunt. Next at bat, we've got Kate Holcomb. Out, that ball was fouled off up over the backstop. Definitely see some nice acceleration there from Griffiths as she makes contact with the ball and heads to first base. Comes the windup. strike. 0-2 count to Griffiths. And way inside there, so she'll get a ball called there. 1-2 count. And Bow Spirit have scored 2 this inning. We got 1 out, so scores 8-2. Ball's outside. Garcia attempts to go home. Runs back to third base. And it's called safe. Good throw by the catcher there for Chaos. She made a nice throw to the third baseman, but just wasn't quite in time. Got a 2-2 count. Swing and a miss. Catcher squeezed it. Batter's out. Got 2 outs. Top of the second inning. Here we got Kate Holcomb. Called strike on Kate Holcomb on the first pitch there. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs. Bow Spirit's going to be looking for a 2-out rally here. Keep things rolling for them. Ball. A 1-1 count. Kate's the number 7 batter in this lineup here. Next up's Avery Campbell. Another ball pitch. Low and inside. 21. Kate fouls that ball off. Got a 2-2 count here. 2 outs. All right, we've got a full count here. Kate's ready to take the pitch. Here comes the windup. Knocks it up the center through the shortstop. Scores a run. Nice base hit there by Kate Holcomb. Next at bat here is Avery Campbell. Like I said, she's had a nice hit in the first inning. We got 2 outs here. Comes wind up. First pitch to Campbell. Ball inside. Got a runner on first. Comes the next pitch. Campbell hits nice shot out to the left field. Left fielder's able to collect it and get the third out. So after the top of the second inning, it's Bow Spirit 9, Chaos 2. are for the bottom of the second inning. Next up to bat here for Chaos, I believe we've got Herbert. Ball's hit over the shortstop, kind of a low, slow roller. Ball's thrown to first. Ball's there in time, get the out at first base. Next up to bat here is, I may have been wrong on that last one. We had Madison, Ivy, I believe, and then here we have Dorn, Ivy Dorn, number 9 batter here. So we'll be up to the back to the top of the lineup with the next batter, Kirby. Ball's fouled off. Pitch. Batter hits it over to third base. Third base makes the throw to first for the second out. 2 outs at the bottom of the second. Scores 9-2. Both Spirits doing a great job of playing defense here, fielding the ball and getting over to first base to get the outs. All you can ask them to do here. Got number 6, or actually, what do you see? 4. Looks like number 14 is up to bat now, I guess. So it's off a little bit on my numbers there. Like I said, it's tough to see the back of these jerseys for these girls from Chaos. They got a pretty dark purple, and then numbers are black on the backside. Number 14, Madison Ivy. Nice stop by Reverka there. Throw over first base to Saborn for the third out. We'll head to the top of the third inning. All right, so right now we've got a little bit of a weather delay. We've got some lightning in the area. Umpires are asking the coaches to get the girls off the field and get some shelter. Essentially what you'll see here is if we do get the lightning calms down a little bit, we'll see 30 minutes of delay. We're actually going to send some of our guys down to pick up some of the equipment from the field, so we don't have it out there if it does rain. But yeah, we're seeing some pretty good lightning strikes around the area here and within 10-mile radius of this complex. So we'll probably throw up a few ads here and there and give you an update here in a little bit, probably next 30 minutes or so, see if we're back playing or what the game plan is here. I know there's been some weather back in the Custer County area, so might be a while before we get back on the air. All right, we're back here at Smith's Softball Complex here in Hastings, Nebraska. What's going to happen here tonight is they're going to call the game for tonight. We will pick up or resume this game tomorrow morning. We will resume the stream for this game tomorrow morning after the storm passes by. And we'll be in the top of the third inning with Bo Spirit up to bat. We'll have all the details. There will be about 45 minutes and 13 seconds remaining on the clock of this 90-minute game. And again, the score right now as it stands is Bo Spirit is 9 and Chaos is 2. So we'll get back to you tomorrow morning. We'll try to put something out on social media as far as what time the game will be resumed tomorrow morning. I know they don't want to start it too late because there's a lot of there's games that depend on the outcome of this one, and there's a lot of games tomorrow scheduled. So I'm sure they may start a little earlier than 8 if they're able to. So again, we'll be back with you tomorrow morning, bright and early. So thanks again from CNS Sports Broadcasting. We'll get back to you tomorrow morning and pick up where we left off tonight. Thank you.